Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Capricorn for the month of December, including late November 2023. So welcome, Capricorn. So you, Capricorn, we are in the sign of Sagittarius, which is an action-packed sign, things moving forward, a lot of action. However, you're in your 12th house, so you may feel this 4 weeks starting tomorrow, which is the 23rd of November, you may feel like just being quite on your own and, you know, emotional, maybe thinking, feeling about things that are going on, your relationships, but it's very, very personal time. So don't worry if you feel slightly not really wanting to get into socializing, partying and the whole spirit. You just want to sit with yourselves, and dreams may be very prophetic or psychic events coming through, or just finding yourself really sort of led by your emotion and your spirit rather than using your head. So let's see the energy around you. And you have the King of Cups, so it's very much about emotions. King of Cups. So this could very much be, for you Capricorns, your emotional state within, which I'm getting actually with the King of Cups. Because the King of Cups, he rules the emotional state, but very male energy. So our male counterparts, they have a totally different wiring to females. So they're not about blurting every emotional drama scene out. They more or less process inwardly. So that's what will be going on in the 12th house as well. So once again, Capricorn, don't worry so much if you feel like there's this inner processing going on where you just want to kind of sort out your emotional baggage and your stuff this month with the King of Cups. And especially for those of you, it could be a male member of your family or someone like that with some kind of that you're worried about. But let's see what comes out where you are right now. And you have Ace of Swords, so a breakthrough has happened here. This is really good. And this is more, Capricorn, in your mind. So there may have been blockages, especially this last 6 months. You may have been struggling with your mental, just mentally in order, oh, why isn't this happening? And why am I beset by and beleaguered by these problems? And my head's just going to explode with what I'm trying to process. And when you get the Ace of Swords, it's brilliant, because suddenly you get all those clouds and cloudy emotions and horrible cloudy thoughts go away, and you've got clarity. So excellent. So clarity is definitely on the cards for you, and being able to sort of differentiate between your head and your inner voice, which is, you know, spirit. Your spirit, what it wants. Don't let your head get involved, because that will take you on a goose chase. Okay, let's see what the breakthrough, what's influenced this breakthrough for you, Capricorn. I think it's a wonderful card to get at this time. The Tower. The Tower is all about old structures are out, new ways are in. So maybe it was the way you were going about things in the last 11 months that was in mentally too, that was sort of, you've changed a lot of your outlook on how you see things. You've seen here with this tower that it's kind of, look at it, it's on fire, people are jumping out of it, they're trying to escape this unstable structure. So maybe it's been, like I said, you know, just how you've been seeing the world, and now it's come time to just go, no, well, that's actually not really been very helpful for me, so I'm going to bulldoze it to the earth, to rubble, clear it, and I'm going to build a new structure for myself. So this is a perfect time, actually, Capricorn, for you to be just reinventing how you see the world, and then doing things in a different way to how you did it in 2023, perhaps. Okay, let's see what was going on in October, November. So Scorpio time, which is always a bit fraught for most other signs. Four of Pentacles, so letting go rather than hanging on. Very much that Scorpio season that's just gone past. I think we're in the last day of Scorpio today. Yeah, it's always better to let go than to hang on. Very much an old sort of, yeah, it's like a miser card too. It's like when people hang on to the money or they hang on to something and they're afraid to let go of it, but then you don't go anywhere with the Four of Pentacles. You're kind of stuck. You're just sort of static. You're just looking at things going, oh, I can't bear to do that, I can't bear to do that. This, and it can be talking about emotions, relationships, money, anything practical, or just, you know, your own self, because you're changing and evolving. Especially after those two eclipses in October, you know, it was all about the letting go of things from the, just get rid of it and start anew. So that's still sort of got a bit of weight around it. So maybe spend this next 4 weeks just, you know, finding new ways to look at things and get things done in your mental, in your head. Rely on spirit more, Cap. Recent influences. And we have beautiful Three of Pentacles. So for you, it's your card, your suit of earth, very earthed, very much working well with other people, which you do very well. Climbing the ladder, which you do very well. Teacher and student. So who are you? Are you the student or the teacher? We all, you know, we swap with our partners as well. Sometimes they teach us things, sometimes we teach them things, and it kind of swaps over all the time. But especially for work and spiritual matters, this is a really good card. And it's sort of a green flag, if you like, a green light to keep doing that, because you're doing really well and you're building a solid foundation. So you're just sort of piecing together the year that's been, and you're just going, you know, refreshing yourself for your birthday that starts when, I think 2 days before Christmas, that then you'll be off and running. Let's see the lesson you are learning. Ooh, the sun. So the sun shows everything. You can see everything when the sun's around. It's a very healing card. But the most important thing about the sun, it's like a massive spotlight. So you can see everything to the absolute. You see what's going on. There's nothing hidden. Everything's bright. You mightn't like some of the things, it's very glaringly obvious, but that in your 12th house is a really good card, because it can show you this is how things really are. This is what was really going on. This is the way you're meant to go. So it's like a guidance card as well. It's a massive card. Great card to get, especially after the Tower, which sort of destroys everything that's no longer necessary, and the sun gives you the energy to rebuild and do it differently. More's the point, do it differently to how you did it. Near future. And we have the Empress, the beautiful Empress card, female energy coming in. It could be your partner, it could be, it's just an abundance, things going really well. Mother card as well, so don't forget about your mums. Whilst you're Capricorn, you know, obviously work, very oriented on that. But yeah, that sort of very nurturing card too, that can come through with emotions in the 12th house. So you may sort of focus on that, but that energy is coming in for you, and it really truly is. For some of you, it could talk about a pregnancy or the fact of fertility coming in, all those kinds of things. Now, this isn't going to apply to every single Capricorn that listens to this channel. It's just an overall energy, remember, so don't panic. If you're going to have pregnancy, it needs another 3 specific cards to talk about it, okay? Let's see what's happening that you're not realizing. And we have the High Priestess. So keep your own counsel, very much so. Pisces card, so it's very much about your emotional, your spirit, looking after your spiritual energy, doing what you feel, not thinking too much, just doing your things, keeping to yourself. You don't probably in the 12th house feel like sort of talking to people about how you're feeling. You just, that's solitary. It's your sort of, what do you call it? It's recharge really and reset. It's you recharging your batteries in order for the next year around the sun that's coming. Very nice card. So we're looking here to February, March is going to be a time where you really will flourish. Of course, down here in Australia, we have the long summer holidays, etc. And then we're back to work by February, mid-February, March. And so the machine starts up again. But yeah, very much February, March. So just allow the next couple of months to go by. But I feel like something really good's coming in February, March for you, where you'll get that aha moment and go, oh yeah, that's what it was all for. But it's a really nice card to have. Also very much a soulmate energy as well. How others see you. Oh, Four of Wands, very, very, very consolidated. I don't think that's a word. This is a consolidation card actually. So it's like you've actually worked really hard. Things are going well. It's about your home. It's about your house. It might be anything to do with that. Being very, as well with the Four of Wands, it's been very settled in where you are and happy with what you've created so far. It's a gateway card, so it's like there's more to come. Now you're sort of really, you feel like you've arrived somehow because of this home. Home is a very important thing and we can take it wherever we go with us, but the need to feel at home and come home every night is a really special thing. And that's how people are seeing you, that you're settled, you're at home, things are going quite well for you, but you're ready for the next phase that will come in sort of in your birthday time. So late December, January. What you're feeling positive about, Capricornia. The Queen of Swords, so very much clarity, female energy coming in here, Gemini, Aquarian, or what's the other one? Libra. She is very much a truth-telling woman. She tells it how it is. You see she's got this sword here. She is very much the person that lays down the law. Sometimes we mightn't really like what comes out of her mouth because she's very blunt sometimes, but what she speaks the truth. So clarity coming in. So she's somebody really sort of quite important for you at this time. But then again too, that positive energy can be you sort of looking at how you process things mentally as well, and how you can sort of get to the point where you're able to speak up for yourself without offending people, but just making your point and going, oh no, I don't agree there, but this is what I think. Yeah, so very much 12th house is about going over all that sort of stuff as well. How you sort of communicate and relate to other people is very important for you, Capricorn, because you are so job oriented and status oriented. It's very important to learn how to communicate as well successfully. Okay, outcome. The Magician, the Spirit Messenger comes through. So great things coming up for you just before your birthday comes in. Your birthday 4 weeks. Spirit Messenger, major card, major energy. Don't forget, with all new beginnings, and the Spirit Messenger brings in 50% potential, 50% risk. So you're always going to have to deal with risk, Capricorn. It's never going to be, a lot of people seem to think that everything's like Hollywood fairy tale. It's not. You have to sometimes make a mistake to learn. You have to sometimes take a risk to get somewhere. You have to fail to then succeed. So that's the story of the Magician, and you get that. And I feel like too, once you come out of this 12th house, you'll be able to sort of balance your mental energy with your inner, or your spirit energy, what you know what you have to do, because it's in you. It's the way you operate. So it's the balancing of those energies, and the Spirit Messengers throwing the challenge to you to say, oh well, how are you going to go with that once you start your new year, just before Christmas? So I think we'll just put a clarifying card on this tower, because that's the destruction of old ways and things that no longer work for you, things that are redundant for you. So we'll have a look to see what the Oracle can clarify there. Oh my God, I've gone right over time. Sorry, Capricorn, you've probably turned it off by now. And we have the Spider. Oh, great. 15, creative projects. The Spider reminds you that you have within you the gift to create meaningful, purposeful work. Within you is an artist waiting to be expressed. Think about this. Do you write in your journal each day? Do you draw, paint, cook, or play music? Do you realise that everything you do on a daily basis is an act of co-creative with the divine? The Spider signals that it's time to be aware of your responsibility for the creations in your life. You may need to rethink an issue and apply your inner artist to find a solution. If you're unhappy with anything, ask yourself, how can I create a better, more productive and more loving experience for myself and others? Whether you see yourself as an artist or not, you're always co-creating with the divine. You are the architect of your own happiness and fulfillment. What life are you building? Don't just sit there. This is the time to create. So it's about bringing that balance in again of creativity in no matter what it is that you do. Creativity isn't just about drawing and painting and knitting or whatever. It's about whatever you do for a job. It's like really whatever you do, as it said, day to day. Thank you so much for listening, Capricorn. Have a great month.